I am well. How are you? Nope, there's no sound. There's apparently no sound.
Oh, I bet that works better. Can you
Can you
still?
hear me now?
I can hear. Hey, let's do that. Can we hear? We can't hear you. No sounds. All right. Well, let's see if it works now. I think I turned it on. I don't know why it was muted. Oh, well, yeah, I do. All right. We'll start over in a second. There you go. Okay. Yep, we got it now. All right. So let's start over. All
Okay
right.
then.
Reset. All right. We are good. Anyway, hi, I'm Chris. Welcome to Kersey Fabrications. And with me today, I've got up here, we've got Brian Vines from the BV3D channel. And I'm going to do this the right way, and I'm going to introduce Brian. Brian has his own fantastic YouTube channel where he does much similar things to that I do. He's got reviews, he's got how-tos, he's even done some cool stuff with electronics. So this is Brian. How you doing, Brian?
I am well. How are you?
Doing well. Trying to get all of my screens oriented here because I am watching things in delay and that's not helping me at all. So that's a lot better. I'm glad everyone's here. Let's see. Thank you all for joining. We got 12 people starting out the stream. I'm sure we're going to pick up some more as we get going. I know that this one is going to be a little bit different for the channel than what we usually do. It's not a printer build like I normally do. That's why I've got Brian along to sort of move things along and keep it interesting if I'm building. So he's the sideshow here, but I think he's okay with that.
Yeah. I'm Sideshow Mel.
There you go. I like it. So what we've got going on here, we are building a Stirling engine today. If you're not familiar with the Stirling engine, it is a very basic engine. They tell me it runs on isopropyl alcohol, which I'm just going to assume is not going to explode in my face. And that's what we're going to do. I got 99% isopropyl alcohol. They recommend 95% or higher. And if you missed the other live stream, I built this from Stirlingkit, which was a little astronaut. Let's do a little close up there. There you go. Little astronaut build. It was a lot of fun. It was pretty time consuming. It's one of those things I think you do on a weeknight when you're, just looking to chill and put something together. It was a lot of fun. And I know a couple of people have picked it up from that stream. So thank you if you have picked one of those and enjoyed it. So let's see. Let's go back there. And beyond that, we also have, this is not a build. This is something they just sent over for me to show off, and I'm actually really looking forward to it. It is a Tesla Coil Bluetooth speaker, and I can't wait to see what that sounds like. I've got a couple of select Tesla Coil inspired music that I think will be very good on it. So anyway, what do you think of the products, Brian?
Well, I think that engine is a sterling example of what they can produce.
And that's what he's here for. I'm going to have to flip you around or something, otherwise I just take you and I move you over here.
Hey, look, I can be your head.
And then we'll do this if I get tired of showing my face. So we got Steven. How you doing? Steven says he's from Arkansas, so thanks for dropping by, Steven. I know you're a couple of hours behind me, or maybe just 1 hour behind me. Here I am on the Eastern time. What time zone are you in, Brian?
I am in Central Time.
Okay, so you and Steven are probably in the same time zone. All right, so without further ado, I think we're going to get started because I want to see if we can get this built in under 2 hours or so that we can, spend the rest of the afternoon with our families. Let's see.
If this build only takes half an hour.
That would be impressive. I have watched skimmed. I have skimmed a video of someone building this. Hey, we got Jonathan from the UK. We got Lightspeed in the chat as well.
Hello, Lightspeed.
I have watched a quick video on the building of this. I don't think it's going to be that hard or that time consuming, but it is a precision build. There are some things that you have to make sure really do, seals that have to be in the right place and timings that have to be just right. Otherwise, it won't be able to start. So I think it's more of a precision thing, not necessarily very time consuming. So I'm going to let you watch the chat, Brian, while I get this going.
Alrighty.
Feel free to jump in. So here we got the kit, and I've got too much light. That never happens. And I'm going to mess up everyone's Google Assistants at home. Okay, Google, turn garage overhead light to 50%. That is if you have a garage overhead light. There we go. That's not too bad.
There you go. Now it's not quite so blown out.
Not so blown out. I know how to fix that also. Let's do this. I didn't think it was like that when we were doing this earlier.
Well, we didn't have a big block of white on there either.
That's true. That's true. So we're gonna just bump that down. I think that'll help a little bit. There we go. I like that better. All right. So this will be a little bit better off. So does come with instructions that I hope are in English. That's always important when they ship you something.
Indeed.
So it does look like it's in color. It looks really nice. Hello from Ohio, Bob. It is, yeah, pretty much in English and probably Mandarin. And it looks good. I won't belabor everyone with this. We've got apparently 25 steps. There are some important things I read over here on the first page. Like I said, you need what they call medical alcohol. I assume that meant IPA because I don't know what other alcohol we need in medicine. Or ethanol, which I don't happen to have any ethanol sitting around. After heating for 15 to 30 seconds, you can manually turn and it's just supposed to start. Don't let children build this by themselves. And that's it. Don't touch anything that's hot.
And that's good advice.
Good advice whether you're building a Stirling engine or not. Hello from Washington. Good to see you, Ryan.
And Aster is making pancakes and watching a live stream.
I love it. I love it. Let's see. So we've got this. This always worries me. Very, very tiny parts worry me. So I don't want to lose those. That is why I put the black mat down here. I thought we would be able to see what's going on a little bit better than on the wood. Spare parts. Well, that's always good to have.
Looks like seals and belts and stuff.
Yeah, we got more of those. Like I said, when I was watching the instructions for this, it was definitely about seals and belts and stuff with a little bit of screwing together. So we got a few.
I'm sure this will get our seal of approval.
But I should put one up here in the corner. Our official seal of approval. Looks like we have probably a magnet. Nope, never mind. This one's not the magnet. We do have, oh, and by the way, this is actually a generator. This isn't just a Stirling engine. It has a small generator attached to it that has some LEDs that light up that shows you you're generating power. This is actually, I can tell you, is this is the fuel holding device. I'm going to need something sharp. This is the little container that you put the fuel in. It has the wick.
Is it a regular wick or is it a John wick?
See, I was thinking it. I was just waiting for you to pick that one up for me. And you didn't disappoint. All right, so yeah, there we go. That's nice. It does have a magnet in it. I wonder if that's just to hold it to the base.
Probably.
Yeah, okay. We'll get to that in a moment. Kind of want to lay out my parts here a little bit. You got, that looks like a generator to me.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice couple of coils. More tiny parts. I hope I don't regret this, Brian.
That wheel looks pretty fly.
That's what he's here for, everyone. If you don't like the puns, you've joined the wrong stream. There we go. That is a flywheel, indeed. Maybe we didn't need two of us. Maybe that's especially if we start saying the same things and thinking the same things. Again, we have, that's the piston.
Yep.
or part of the piston. All right. I love it. We have a fuel container, but what is that for? Priming it? I don't know.
That may just be for filling it.
Could be. Screws and such. There we go. This is the part that actually heats up. I don't actually know what they call this component, but this is the part that heats up. And I'm not going to touch it too much. I don't know if I'm supposed to. All right. And
I'm interested to see how this one works, because a lot of the Stirling engines that I've seen before have kind of a large cylindrical shape to them. Where the heat source is applied to the bottom of it, and it operates on the temperature differential between the bottom plate and the top plate on it.
There we go. So it's actually not that many parts, so that makes it a little less scary.
Hello, Black Wolf and Pink Mouse.
We've got the color gambit covered. That's nice. All right. So, I don't want to do this. Do I want to do this one? That's taking up a lot of room. Let's just keep you up here. People don't need to see me. And again, they may just say they don't need to see either one of us. If you hear me pause for a minute, I may just be drinking coffee. So, just letting you know ahead of time. Oh, you know, one thing I wanted to do before we got too far into this, now that I've already unboxed, I didn't like build actual idea of what I was doing here today. I'm just flying by the seat of my pants. So what we're going to do first is actually, let's look at the website. So these links to the website are, oh, that doesn't need to be on there. So the links to the website are in the description. These are affiliate links, so if you are interested in any of these products and you want to help out the channel, check out the affiliate links in the description. And I'm going to just take a look at we're going to look at the cost of these now, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at what the advertising looks like for each of these. So this is the Stirlingkit itself. As you can see, hot air Stirling engine, and this is the generator, which also has the 4 LED lights. I think we can zoom in, or not. That's not really zooming in. All right, so you can see how it works. There's a wick here. We heat this part up, and then as it heats and cools, it's supposed to turn. And as you can see, there's this red pulley here that then powers this generator, which I think the LEDs are just actually on the back of the generator itself, just to demonstrate the principle. So I think this is particularly good if you are a teacher, if you're running a classroom, if you're running a makerspace, and you just want to show off a principle. I think this would be really nice to build.
Yeah, that $50 price doesn't look bad for that kit.
No, I completely agree. I mean, $49.99 for a kit. It's all metal. You know, in terms of the functional components are all metal. It's very well built, and I got that same sort of vibe when I built the astronaut. I mean, the whole thing was very well built. Nothing was cheap. You know, I mean, it was like a $60 model, so they didn't have to cheap out on any of the components. Let's see what they show here. Again, there's all the components I just undid. And there you've got the generator portion that shows you how it heats up. And they talk a little bit about timing here. And then these are just the front and the back of the instructions that I just showed you. They have some videos here, which, if worse comes to worse, I'll be using. And then, you know, just the usual advertising stuff. If you believe the reviews on the website, it is a nice kit. There we go. Let's go and look at the second one, and we might come back to this one later. But this is the Bluetooth Tesla coil. As you can see, there's just a spike, a pyre that comes out of the top of this. It runs on Tesla coil principles, as in there's a couple of coils, and then you're generating high voltage to the tip. But it will play sound using that, which I've never, I mean, honestly, I've never seen a Tesla coil that plays music that's this small.
Yeah, usually they're the big, you know, taller than you are things that are used in performance pieces.
Right. And actually kind of neat to see someone that has made a kit so that you don't actually have to build your own Tesla coil to do this.
You just connect it to a Bluetooth audio source, and
Yeah.
what you hear next will shock you.
There we go. There we go. And as you can see down here, if you want bigger Stirling engines, 2-cylinder, if you want them to actually be connected to different components, they have a whole lot of options. So you could always start out with something like the $50 kit, which I'm showing off here, and then move up to one of the $200 kits or something, because they have a lot of options if you're into this kind of thing. What's going on in the chat, Brian?
Ryan Evans is saying, wow, almost 20K subs. And JDC AMC says, howdy, boys and girls.
Fantastic. Yeah, 20K almost. I'm excited.
You're not there, man.
It's taken far too long. I say tongue in cheek. No, I'm very excited. I think it's been a lot of fun. And almost there, almost there. So if you're watching this video and you're not subscribed, well, number one, thank you for stumbling into this live stream. Number two, you may want to hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't done so. Let's go ahead. We'll go back to the close-up shot here. And I will have to bring Brian back into the foreground. And there he is. And I think we're ready to go. Let's go ahead and get this assembled. I'm not going to keep the instructions here on the screen because I don't think that that's the most exciting part of this. So we'll keep that off to the side, and I will be able to read what's going on, and hopefully they are left to right, and they are. So first things first, they say we need to put some feet on this thing. So let's find out which bag here, and I have to keep my head out of the shot while I'm building. But where do they have dampening feet? Oh, there they are. That's a good place for them. Put them in with the generator. It's like the last component you probably have to add to the whole build.
Got the 3M bump-on feet.
Yep. Name brand adhesive right here. Let's go ahead and put those on. Dampening probably important if you're going to have an engine bumping around.
Yeah, that'll keep it from scooting off the desk.
Yet another reason to have the silicone mat on the desk. If
Yes.
anything bad happens, it's far less likely to damage anything.
I got a real nice silicone mat in one of my Alien 3D UFO boxes a couple of months ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a little blue one, and it's got a whole bunch of little divots to hold parts, and it's got three magnetic sections to keep screws from rolling away.
I have one of those as well. I've got the small blue one. I actually have a lot of silicone mats around here now thanks to resin printing. But I have this black one which I bought. It's like one of the largest ones I could find. Covers half this table. I have the blue one like you're talking. Mm-hmm. And then I bought a larger version of the blue one.
Okay. I've got 2 sizes of the Wham Bam slap mat.
I have that as well. I've got the smaller orange one that I use. Yeah. That's just nice when I want to move around. And then I have some silicone. They're actually dog food mats. They're supposed to go underneath the dog food containers. Mm-hmm. And I bought those because they have lips on the side. And so they will keep, if I have a resin spill, they will keep the resin spill contained.
Yeah. The slap mats are like that too. And I like the slap mats because they're real thick silicone.
Right, yes. So Pink Mouse asking, are the feet too big? No, actually the feet fit perfectly. You can see they fit exactly where they're supposed to.
There aren't any shoes, so we can't tell.
Yep. All right, let's put this guy on. It looks like it goes this way. Now this actually feels like cast iron. And actually you can see they're actually
cast aluminum.
I don't think so. It's pretty heavy.
Hey, try that magnet from the fuel container.
Let's
see if it sticks.
Well, maybe it is cast aluminum. It's heavy for aluminum. Maybe it's an alloy. I don't know.
It doesn't appear to be ferrous.
Nope, it is definitely not ferrous. But, all right. And we need... Now, the only thing I say about the instructions are... I think that they are assuming that you can figure this out simply because there aren't that many pieces. because otherwise they're not extremely well labeled.
It's kind of on par with an IKEA cabinet or something.
So anti-loose gaskets. Anti-loose gaskets.
Jordan is asking if the ferrousness is Bullerius.
You know, we were talking about this earlier. I was thinking it, so I don't know.
Bueller.
Anti-loose gaskets. I'm wondering if they think that these little things are gaskets. They're definitely not gaskets, but they're definitely anti-loose.
That's a lock washer.
I know, but I don't have any other like things that you would call gaskets here that would fit around that screw.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go with that.
We'll simply relabel those as the anti-loose gasket.
Let's just do that, and if it turns out I need those somewhere else later, we'll just fix it. I'm not beyond repair. Well, that may be a question for my wife, but all right. So it does come with all the tools I needed. I'm going to try to use the tools it came with rather than going to get my own. But given that we're talking about 3 Allen wrenches, I think we're okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we're going to call those anti-loose gaskets. That's good to me. All right.
I love the way things get translated sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, overall, I was really happy when I built the astronaut. I actually felt like that they had spent a little bit of time getting those right. But this one's a little looser with the translation, but there aren't as many steps.
On my ANET A8, the part's cooling duct was referred to as the wind mouth.
Ooh, that can have many connotations. But we'll just leave that there.
Yes.
Okay. So this one, they're not too worried about it being on here too tight. They didn't give us a spanner of any sort to hold the other end of that nut we just put under there. All right, so let's go ahead. They say let's go ahead and put on the... So this is what I was talking about. This is the generator, and I kind of like it. It's neat. It's got the LEDs built directly into the PCB that's on the back of this. So it's actually built for demonstration purposes.
Very cool.
Obviously, you could take any other kind of motor, like a DC motor like this, and build your own generator out of it because it's already got the things. I was wondering if I could spin it fast enough to get it. Oh, look, there it is.
There you go.
You can manually spin it fast enough.
I'm wondering if it's got a bridge rectifier built in there so that it lights them up on both sides of the AC sine wave that we're going to generate, or
I don't know.
Steve Arkin is saying that a good mechanic always has parts left over.
Well,
that's true, and by corollary, I've discovered that if you take something apart and put it back together enough times, you will eventually have 2 of them.
It's happened. It's happened. I love step 5 here. Step 5 just shows you flipping it around. It was this way. Now it's this way. Don't get confused. So now I'm building it correctly. All right. So next up, I think we're talking about bearings. Yeah. So we need the flywheel bearing. Very small parts. That's being very careful here, because I've also got these very small set screws there. All right, so this one we're going to take and I got to orient this correctly. So we've got these bearings, and I'm going to try to center this again. So we've got bearings that go on both sides. And, well,
they kind of go on both sides.
It's tight. That's disconcerting. They should be exactly the same size. There we go. Well, I give them credit. It's tight tolerances.
It's not going to fall out.
There's nothing wrong with tight tolerances on something like this. I'd rather it be that than the alternative. It looks like this is actually parallel. You see there's two flat sides there. There's one on that end and one on this one, and they're about 90 degrees off.
Yeah, I think that's to get some of the arms aligned on there.
Yep. That's what I'm thinking as well.
And PF Dennis says hi from Rhode Island.
Hello, PF Dennis. And then we have our flywheel, which the little post is going to go on the outside. Hopefully you can see that. There's the post. And then we're going to take it this way. All right. And then the set screw. Why is there a set screw on the outside? Don't ask questions.
Just so you can reach through.
Aha! You're absolutely right. That's exactly what they've done. They've made it where that goes right in there. As you can see, it goes all the way through to the set screw.
They could have saved themselves some machining if they had just given you ball end hex wrenches.
Which one do you think was cheaper? That's the question.
I don't know.
I don't either. I'm not a machinist. I wish I was. One day. Everyone keep subscribing. One day I'll be a machinist. Let's see. Because that's one of the things I'd love to learn on the channel. So I'm going to say that we're going to align it with the end of this axis. And I'm assuming also that they want me to attach the set screw to the flat side of the axis. Because that makes the most sense for a set screw.
Yes.
So I think they are making some assumptions about your mechanical knowledge a bit. Because there's nothing so far in the instructions that tell me about aligning. So that's fine, but maybe my live stream can come in handy for someone that has a little less mechanical knowledge. Hey Nelson, how you doing, Nelson? Look at there.
That spins nicely.
It does. Very, like I said, the good tight tolerances on those bearings really come in handy. All right, so socket wrench, top, and now we have the small flywheel. So I'm going to flip it around. Hey, they didn't have a separate step for me to flip that one around. How would I have known? All right, small flywheel, and this one, the little peg on it also goes towards the outside. So we're going to do that. And we need to find the flat side of this side. Okay, and then we're going to again put that set screw in here. Yep. And we are blazing through these instructions. I love it. Again, I'm just actually putting this on pretty tight in terms of just squeezing it together. We'll see if that's a bad idea later. If I get a little friction between the two. But I don't think I will. I think that was the point of the bearing being there. All right, I think that's flat on there. If something is off on those, I'll have to figure that out later. My timing might be off, but I think, yeah, that looks flat. All right, so we're good and tight here. Good spin on there.
There you go.
Very nice. I like it. All right.
So TJ's 3D store is here. Previously, hey. Boodog 1.
Oh, hey, Boodog. How's that 3D store going? Or TJ Boodog. TJBD. How's that new? You opened the new store, right? I think I saw you left a little donation just to say hi, and you opened up a new store. How's that going for you? All right. Next up, there is a gasket that is not clear. Oh, okay. I think the gasket goes on the peg. All right, this peg right here needs a gasket.
Probably. Is that the small white ones that we saw earlier?
Yeah, apparently they're PTFE.
Okay, so that's just a low friction bushing so that the arm that gets attached to that doesn't scrape up against that flywheel.
See, I knew I invited you for a reason, Brian. And it wasn't just the puns. All right. I'm going to use that little bay there to hold these things.
It's not a bad idea.
Okay, so I'm going to take one of these small little transparent PTFE bushings. I'm going to put one on there. That's not good.
Why don't you grab a set of tweezers from one of your printers?
Oh, actually, I got it.
Okay, well, there you go.
All right, so I'm just going to push that flat up against there. All right, PTFE, and then we want one on the other side. Shocking.
No, that's the speaker.
What, huh? Oh, the speaker is shocking? Excellent.
Yes.
Well, I was ahead of myself, apparently. Let's see. See if I can get this one on, or am I going to have to go, like you said, and get a pair of tweezers? Nope, I get it. I have a little bit of fingernail. Just enough. It's one thing I've learned as a maker. Cutting your fingernails flush is a bad idea.
No, you got to have a little bit.
Just a little bit of a fingernail. All right, so PTFE gasket there. And now we're going to go ahead and put on the belt between the main or the small flywheel and the generator. We'll have to make sure everything's nice and lined up there. This is the red one. JG's going through the channel. I appreciate that very, very much. Thanks for watching those 2019 videos. And I apologize also for the 2019 videos. I love it. This probably happens to you, Brian, where you've published a video years ago. You have new equipment, you have new audio equipment, new video equipment, and a video from 2 or 3 years ago, and someone will comment, you really should get better audio, or the audio is not very good here. Or
I've had that happen. It's like, perhaps you might want to look at one of my more recent videos.
That's usually my comment.
You know what Chris Riley does though?
What's that?
When a video is more than a year old, he turns off the comments on it.
Does it keep the old ones there or not?
Yeah, the video is still there. Well, actually, no. When you turn comments off, they're all gone.
See, that's kind of bad. Yeah, that's the only thing. If I could turn off new comments, I would probably do that.
But he's got like 1 million videos too.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. So this is on here. I'm going to straighten it up a little bit. It's hard for, oh, there we go. So you can see what I'm doing. I want that belt to be as straight as possible. It shouldn't actually matter. It should work either way. But I think it'll work better. The only thing I don't like about this, it's kind of loose. So I guess they're relying on the friction alone.
Yeah, you don't want it too tight though, or it'll be too hard to spin.
I guess you don't want to limit the motor by, yeah. All right. There we go.
Yeah, Stirling engines I don't think are really super strong.
Okay. Thank you, JG. I appreciate that. I'm glad that particular one that had no video problems. I'll assume that there's still audio problems. Let's see. Can I? Not getting any lights.
Spin it the other way.
Nope.
No. Right. Okay. It's not fast enough.
We're gonna get it really going. All right. And then we need sealing rings that are going to go into this gap here. You see there's a gap right here, a little O space. And I need to put a sealing ring in there on both sides. And boop. And so we got another pack of rings.
Silicone gaskets.
Yep. And that's what the beauty of these kits are. I know that if I was having to design one of these myself, part out all of these different components, it would be a real pain.
Well, not only that, but you would end up having to spend a ton of extra money to get all of the pieces because you can't buy 4 of those little silicone rings.
Right.
You have 100 of them.
Right. So I think, honestly, and I didn't do this on purpose, but I think this is actually perfect timing for a stream like this because I honestly would love to buy these kits for people in my life that are interested in mechanics.
Yeah, you made a hidden Mickey.
What I do? Oh, looky there. Shows my fandom for all things Disney, except for...
Don't do that. You're going to get a copyright strike.
Oh, no. Oh, no. It's a... How about winter?
There you go.
It's a very odd snowman. All right. So what's up next? How many people we got in the stream?
23 last time I checked.
Okay.
22 now.
Quitters. All right. So let's go ahead and do... It says we actually need to build our piston. Let's see what we've got. So we've got... Let's set this aside for a second.
Yeah, what do we need to do to that?
This is kind of stuck. There we go. That's the two pieces of the piston. It says, or actually, are we talking about the other piece? Well, let's just get them all over here. Stop rolling. I need to level my desk. All right. We got this one. Maybe that's
you need an Autodesk Leveler.
Yeah, why don't I have that? There we go. Okay. Pieces. See, yeah, this is going to annoy the crap out of me. All right, they're just going to have to do that.
Well, rotate them 90 degrees.
And then see if it's level in this direction. Hey, looky there. Let's do this. Okay. So it's just kind of showing us how it works. So this is the pneumatic piston. This is the distributor piston spindle.
It's not a crankshaft?
That's not what they say.
Or no, I mean, no, not a crankshaft. a rod? Yeah.
They're kind of saying that they come apart and there's a set screw. It feels like the set screw's already in here, and it is. I'm not going to undo it. So apparently there's a version of this kit where they don't come pre-assembled, but this one is pre-assembled, and I'm not going to mess with it. I'll make sure it's tight, because something flying off in a running engine does not sound like a fun time.
No.
All right, so those are assembled, and then we take, this is the hot gas cylinder liner. All right. After loading, gently pull several times and make sure it works smoothly. All right, so we're going to take this, and this goes through here.
And Pink Mouse is asking if I have built one of these before, and no, I have not.
There we go. It does run smoothly.
That is good.
I like it. And again, I found this on their other, on the astronaut here. The machining of any of the custom parts is very well done. You can tell that this piece is custom machined. These are custom machined, and it's very well done.
I may have to order one of those kits through your link.
Let's see. Okay, so now we take the connecting rod. Nope, not that connecting rod. This connecting rod. All right, and we're going to take it. It's going to go through here. And then there's a link pin. And then there are small plastic covers. So we're going to put the link pin. So this is the link pin. It's very small. And you'll notice that there's a hole. Again, the point of the black. And so you can see there's a hole through there and a hole through here. And they're going to assemble. And that link pin is going to go there.
It's going to go through the whole thing.
The whole, yeah, that.
Whole. Merry Christmas.
And there we go. And I have these unique white pieces here, and I think that may be what we're looking for. There's no other information. So if these fit correctly, we're going to assume these are the right ones.
Yeah, I would assume
but
that
they are not.
A little bit tight on there, or no?
Yeah, see, that's why I don't think those are the right ones.
Okay.
Am I missing anything else? Nothing in that bag, so that goes into the garbage. Nothing in that bag.
Maybe the clear ones that you used on the...
That's what I'm going to guess. They look like they're probably the right size, the PTFE ones. So let's try those. Yeah. As long as I don't send one streaking across the room.
Never to be seen again.
No, I promise you that will never be seen again. It is very tiny. But it does look like it fits. So, and since they're PTFE, they should, number one, withstand temperatures, and number two, they should be, naturally lubricated. So we're going to assume that's what they meant. They should call them the same thing, though, as they do in the other step, and then it would be a little more obvious. Okay, there we go.
I mean, if anything was going to be a no loose gasket, it would be that.
Right, so I like it. Those are good. All right, and then we're going to put together the next part of the cylinder, which I think is this one. No, this one. We're going to take the cap. And apparently this needs hot gas cylinder, sealing ring, metal steam cylinder. This is where the steam, okay. Installation tips: metal cylinder into cylinder liner inside 2 millimeters or so, push in parallel and fast. Okie dokie.
That was sure a lot of words.
So that's the only cylinder I see that will probably fit. And they just want to make sure that this gets sealed properly. So I'm going to put this around here. I think they're saying maybe get this pushed up a couple of millimeters, maybe? Now, whether they mean here or the other part, I'm not sure. And then we get this. Maybe they wanted it inside. I think they said inside. So, yeah, there is actually a little groove in there. So let's go ahead and try to put this in here first. All right.
So was there an actual parts list identifying the parts?
No.
No.
No. All right, so what they're suggesting is that I put this in here and then push quickly once I get it kind of going.
I guess that's just to make sure that it gets seated.
Yeah, because I am a little concerned that you got to get it straight. Oh, man.
Well, does that other machined part keep it lined up? That other cylinder that's...
Not really. You can see it's kind of loose. So, just going to try to produce equal pressure here.
Well, where does the cylinder go that's under your hand?
This one?
Yeah.
That's the other side.
Okay.
So if you look at the drawing here, you can see that's this part.
Okay, gotcha.
This is the heated cylinder. I think this is the part that... I'm not sure. Again, I'm not an expert on these engines, so...
Okay, so that's where the gas exchange or the
Yes.
heat exchange is taking place, because it heats the air up
Yes.
in that.
And then it cools down rapidly, I assume.
Yeah, the other side is where it cools off.
Okay. So let's just center it.
And try not to break it.
I don't think I'll break it. I think worst comes to worst, what's going to happen is it will twist and bend on here, and I will not have a good seal. Push fast. Right.
What if you give it a small twist?
That's what I was about to do. The only thing is you're dealing with a rubber gasket. And the rubber gasket doesn't like to really do much. I kind of feel it trying to give on me here. But I feel like
if you take the silicone ring out, how well does that outer tube sit down in there?
let's see. So it sits in there fine if it doesn't have the ring. That really is. So if you look at it from this way, there's a decent gap here where that silicone is supposed to sit. I mean, it's built correctly. It's just a matter of getting it all fit together properly. Let's try this way.
Yeah, do that and then push the ring down in.
Yeah. Oh.
What?
It broke.
What?
It split.
Ah!
Spare parts. Spare parts. That was one of the spare parts it came with.
Yeah, Pink Mouse is suggesting a bit of soap to lubricate that.
What will soap do to the engine? I'm a little concerned. I don't know. Maybe.
It'll smell funny when it heats up.
I mean, worst comes to worst, I actually have, actual PTFE lubricant here.
The thing is I'm almost wondering if the reason that split is because it got cut when we were trying to.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do it this way.
Hello, Dan. DB3D Dan is here.
Hey, Dan, one of my favorite people. How you doing, Dan?
Dan's a good dude.
Dan's a great guy. All right.
Is it working?
I think so. I think it's working, but it wants to bulge. So I get one side in, and then it bulges out the other side because it's so tight. I'm trying to think what tool I have that would be really good at helping me. Not demand. Yeah. If I could get it all in here, I feel like I could, get it pushed. But this is not. It is really tight. I mean, it needs to be airtight, I understand, but it's making the whole process very difficult.
Asgard Studios has entered the chat. It says they are brand new to 3D printing. Welcome.
Yeah.
We're not printing today, but we are building a Stirling engine.
We are hoping for a little diversity in the maker community. Not everything is 3D printing.
We're glad to have you here, Asgard Studios.
Absolutely. I feel like I'm close. It could be me fooling myself, though. What I'm also worried about when I'm trying to do this is damaging something else I'm holding in my hand, or bending it, like I'm kind of doing.
Give it a twist.
It doesn't twist. It's all non-slip. Dadgummit.
Hand it to me. Let me try.
Okay, here you go. I think I'm about to do what someone suggested and put a little PTFE lube on it. I mean, that could be a really bad idea or a really good one.
We'll see.
PTFE lubricant.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Maybe I put it on this instead of the ring. Put the ring in here. And then I'm going to need a paper towel. I feel it. Everything at my fingertips. Oils and wires and not a paper towel, really.
How about Q-tips?
Q-tips. I don't have Q-tips, but I do have little tiny brushes. So let me grab one of those. Let's do that. I have these for the electronics work, so I'll make sure I don't use this for the electronics work.
Yeah, that might... I was going to make a flux joke, but I think I'll not.
All right, let's try this. I like this idea because it's keeping the lube on the outside and not getting any inside that cylinder. Let's hope this does something.
Survey says.
Survey says it hates me.
Aw.
I'm not taking it personally. It probably hates everyone.
Shane is in chat. Hello, Shane.
We'll just assume it's in there and go for it.
Well, does the piston move inside of it, or does it hit the edges?
It hits the edges. It's not straight.
Straighten up and fly right. Looks like a giant toggle switch.
If it was a giant toggle switch, I could replace it with one that worked. Well, like it's caught or something. Is it in there? Maybe it's in there. If so, I did it so slowly I didn't notice. Look at there.
Is it working now?
I think so.
All right, cool.
It's moving. I can't budge it anymore.
So now you're going to be in financial ruin?
I was thinking it. I'm just leaving. I'll keep serving them up. You keep knocking them out.
You just toss them up and I'll hit them.
There you go. I like this. All right. I think we're good now. I think that looks square. And I don't seem to be able to budge it anymore. See, Pink Mouse is like lube solves the problems. Absolutely.
Yep, absolutely.
Oh, I didn't serve that one.
Hello, Andrew Osmond.
Hello, Andrew. All right, so I think it's in there. I can't budge it anymore. And this moves freely.
Well, then let's proceed to the next.
Let's proceed. All right, so next up, we need this end. I guess we're setting this aside for now. That was a lot of work for nothing. All right, so we're going to take this one. This one needs 2 rings. I only have 1 ring.
To rule them all.
Exactly. All right, so that just is creating a double gasket right there. So we especially need this sealed correctly. And then we're going to take this one. Oh, crap, we have to assemble something again.
Uh-oh.
So this just pushes onto here. And that was way easier. So that one is sealed up. And then we take this other piston, which is very nicely machined. This has actually got a cone shape on the inside. I think you can see it there. And so that's to give it a little bit more volume, I assume.
Yes.
And this has a hole that goes down into the center of it. All right. And then that moves freely. That's called the power cylinder assembly. Okay, and then,
okay.
Yep. Oh, wow, home stretch. Let's go back to the base. Turn it this way. And then we are going to attach this one. Oh, don't you dare. All right, and then we're going to take this side, and we're going to attach it over here. And we need the long screws. So if you'll notice, this is actually the exchanges we were talking about. Let's talk a little bit about how it works. There's actually a hole here that goes all the way from here through this hole over to the other side. So that's the exchange between the 2 pistons.
Yeah, and you've got the seals on either side of the
and we have
the block there.
Right, we have the seals here and here to keep it all airtight. Very cool. This is really the beauty of building it yourself, because you learn about the assembly while you're doing it. And it's just more educational. All right, so let's throw those in there. These are going to go, okay.
They go through and made up with the other part, right?
Yep, and the other part actually has the threads in it.
Okay.
So that's nice. I'm putting this.
That's also got to rotate 180 degrees.
Yeah. That's what I was looking at. Brian, also here to tell me not to do something obviously stupid. All right. Or not so obvious, depending on who you are.
Well, I mean, we both have YouTube channels, so I don't think either one of us are experts at that.
clear that out of the chat
You
for
have
me,
done this
Brian.
at the beginning, or just said, you know what, I'm just going to watch YouTube and not actually be on it.
Yeah, for anyone that thinks that YouTube's the way to earn money, there are a lot of things you could spend your time on. That pays way more hourly.
But as a hobby, it's
As
not a bad thing. You can have a hobby that can sustain itself.
No, you're absolutely right. As a hobby, it's been fantastic, and the reason I started the channel was for the community, and the community is also fantastic.
I got to deal with one of those spam bots, so hang on.
All right. Anyway, just attaching these together, it says to use the wrench, and we are just going to connect the two sides here.
Yeah, I'm also reporting these, so
I appreciate that. Not that I think it'll do a lot of good, but maybe it'll save them from, having to create one more user.
Yeah, well, it's going to take them another 5 milliseconds to do it, but
As you can see, when I'm attaching this together, always practice your good engineering and try to tighten them evenly. And I'm also not over tightening them because these are going into aluminum and I don't want to strip anything. All right, and then we are going to take the small plastic covers. Now it's got 3 holes in here.
I guess that's to get you different speeds.
Or just to correct timing issues.
Could be.
Installation tips. Leave a gap of 0.2 to 0.5 millimeters between the small plastic sleeve and the connecting rod. Well, that's useful. All right.
Where is small plastic sleeve?
I got to put another small plastic sleeve to keep this in place.
Ah, okay.
So let me move these again so that people can see what I'm doing. All right, they're not going anywhere. All right, so here we go. And I'm putting it in the last one. These 2 holes are actually different sizes. So I'm going to put it in the one that fits, and I actually think that that's what the drawing is showing. And then I have, again, these little tiny PTFE sleeves. And they want to make sure that I haven't put it on here too tight. They want it to move freely. The PTFE sleeve there is just to make sure it doesn't fly off. So, half a millimeter to 0.2 millimeters, eyeing it. Shouldn't be any problem whatsoever.
Yeah. So will the flywheel make a complete revolution without bottoming out on the piston?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Let me put it on the other side. We're going to do the other side. All right, I'm going to put it on the last one again. There we go. This is looking really cool.
Yeah. It looks like a steam engine, but it's not.
Right, right. If anyone watches the Integza channel.
I do.
Integza, when I build something like this, I'm thinking Integza. So if you have not, look his channel up. It is both educational and entertaining.
And anti-tomato.
And anti-tomato, which I have to admit I'm very pro-tomato, so I just have to realize that people have differing opinions, and it's okay. No, Integza is a fantastic channel. I mean, I wish I could have half of his entertainment value. All right. I don't know what these white ones were for.
Bears.
I got those white ones. Don't know what they were for because I didn't use them. Check that out. All right. So last, but certainly not least, I think we need some fuel.
Yes.
Blondie hacks as well, if machining is your thing. I will have to check Blondie hacks out. I don't know that one. All right, so we do want to see, does it move? It does move.
That's good.
And they are moving in alternating directions, if I can speak correctly. They're not...
No, they have to be slightly out of sync.
They are slightly out of sync, and I love it. It looks very, very neat. There you go. You can see it there. As I twist it, there you go. You can see them going in and out. All right. And so this one, they say this is the mini alcohol lamp. You do put the little magnet in it so that it magnetizes itself to the base.
Yeah, it looks like the photos of it on their website have a bracket that gets mounted on there, but they've opted for the magnet in the current kit.
Yeah, the original one also was glass instead of
Okay.
brass. So they've changed it a little bit.
But they still rhyme.
So now all they're saying is we're going to get alcohol in here, get it starting up, and then once it has started, we are going to just give it a little thing once it's heated up a little bit.
It shouldn't take long.
All right, so I've got, let's start with the one that's almost empty. I've got 99% isopropyl alcohol. They call it medical alcohol. I double checked, and it just needs to be greater than 95%.
It needs to burn.
It needs to burn. Less water is probably better.
Yeah.
For the burning. Let me do this.
Oh God, it burns.
I'm going to fill it up about halfway.
You might want to give it a little more because that wick is going to absorb a bunch of it.
Okay. Well, I was going to do the thing that I believe I was taught when I was younger, which is to actually soak the wick a little bit.
Okay.
So I'm actually going to put the wick in here. Give it a pre-soak. All right. Now that I know how much it used up, I'll add a little bit more. All right. Now I've put too much. Excellent. Now I have to actually get the wick to come through this hole. And I might need tweezers for this.
Well, can you maybe force it through with the smallest Allen key?
I've got it.
Okay.
Oops. Don't need that much wick. Not even if it was John. All right, I don't know how much to leave out. I do want to clean up here because I don't want anything to just light.
Did you remember to bring an ignition source to this party?
No, but I'm in my garage, so I've got all kinds of ignition sources.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and give me 1 second. Let me take my headphones off. I'll be right back.
We'll wait as Chris Kersey finds a paper towel to mop up the spilled alcohol, while simultaneously finding something to set fire to the wick. I would try to have an interactive conversation with chat. Hello, chat. But there's like a huge delay on this, so.
All right.
Chris will be back by the time y'all start typing.
There we go.
Oh, see? He's back.
Okay, I'm probably going to change my camera angle here a little bit before I get going because this will not be the most interesting way to show this. But that'll give this alcohol a second to actually evaporate a little bit because I want to make sure I don't have any alcohol on the outside of this container.
Oh, it'll burn off pretty quick.
I don't think that's what I want, Brian. Don't think that that was the plan. All right. I'm going to give that a second to dry. Luckily, alcohol does evaporate. While it does that, let's just go ahead and do this. Hey, there we go. And I'm going to get this set up for a better angle. See? Didn't even use it, Brian.
It was available if you needed it.
They actually do have a little hole on here that you can use.
There you go. That's your gas cap.
There's the gas cap. You know, I just got a new car, Brian, and it doesn't have a gas cap. And it's not because it's an electric.
Oh, that's where I was going with that.
Now, I knew you were. I wanted to head you off there. No, it just doesn't have a gas cap. It's just got a self-sealing tank. So you stick it in there and it seals right back up when it's...
Okay.
Oh, that was really cool. I haven't had a new car in 15 years, and so I'm learning all sorts.
I didn't know that they had parts that would automatically pucker.
Right? Right? All right. I get all sorts of weird angles here on this camera. Whoop. All right, now if I go close up here. What's going on in the chat? Oh, there's Dan telling everyone to smash that like button.
Or like the smash button, or...
Whatever works for you. I'm not here to tell you what to do with your smash buttons. It doesn't seem like my place.
But if you would like a suggestion...
We're all about suggestions. I'm looking at a camera angle here, and I'm like, why does it look like that?
Because you're 90 degrees off.
Exactly. Amazing what the wrong angle does. All right, you guys are going to see all sorts of weird things on my garage floor, but that's okay too. All right.
You're going to spin that around so we can see the generator's LEDs?
How's that? Oh, well, okay, sure. I know you can't see this, so now let's transition.
There you go.
There we go. That looks pretty good.
Shane hit the dislike button since it doesn't do anything anymore.
Oh, I see it, Shane. And now I know who did it.
I see what you did there.
How's that? That looks awesome. I like
That
it.
looks good.
That's pretty good.
And you have lots of boxes with purple on them.
Yeah, those are going to come back up later in the channel, but I'm not telling you what's in them.
Well,
I want to start doing like a Thursday night live build of just random crap I have laying around that I need to put together. And that would be one of the first ones I want to do. So we have matches. We've got old school.
There you go. Strike anywhere.
I'm not striking anywhere. Let's get. I'm nervous. Maybe I need. You know what?
No, do it.
Safety goggles? I don't
know.
Oh, okay.
Your eyesight is not important to me. Just do it.
They don't even strike on the box. These are old. Do matches get old?
There you go.
Ooh.
There you go. Now it's on fire.
Now it's in fuego.
Give it a spin.
Doesn't it take a second?
No.
Which way?
Whichever way it wants. Don't burn your arm hair off.
I don't need that. I got plenty. It grows back, I assure you. I don't know if it's hot enough yet. Something's not spinning. I'm about to take it off the generator. Uh-oh, hold on. Oh!
There you go.
Look at that, guys.
It's going.
I'm excited. Check that out.
Get a microphone down near it. I want to hear it.
Oh, let's do that. Although, if you'll notice, the LEDs aren't doing anything. I don't think that belt's tight enough.
Does it look like it's spinning?
It's vibrating. I don't think it's spinning. I'm gonna have to play with it, but not while it's running. Let's hear it. You hear it?
No.
How do you not hear it? It doesn't pick up background noise. I'm probably filtering out the background noise. Maybe other people hear it. Maybe you're getting the filter.
I don't know. Maybe so.
Does everybody else hear it on the live stream? Maybe Brian's getting it filtered out because of the chat. It sounds cool, so other people are hearing it.
Okay.
Google Meet says
later
you
on
filter out background noise. Sounds like his car. I guess this just runs until it runs out of fuel. I do need to figure out the generator, though. I just don't think it's tight enough. Okay, Bob can hear it. Everybody can hear it.
Okay.
You'd have to mute me, and you'd have to do some sound stuff.
No, I'll go. I can turn the audio on the stream and maybe listen.
It's loud even. Good. Okay, great. So that was a win-win.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead real quick. I am curious if I modify my settings here. Can I turn off my... Can I turn off the background filtering? Noise cancellation off.
Now I hear it.
Do you?
Yeah.
That worked instantly. There we go. I love it. Now let's get the generator working. So I'm going to blow this out. See how long it runs. Because it should still be plenty hot.
Yeah.
If you notice, it definitely blackened. It just slows down. Check that out.
It'll go for a while until it cools off enough that there's not enough of a temperature differential.
Fun. All right. So I have two options here. One, I can just push this. This is hot, by the way. Just letting people know it is warm. It's fun. I mean, you can actually feel that there's this pressure here because it doesn't spin freely anymore.
Yeah.
It actually catches. You can tell that it has to overcome that force. Yeah, I'll just pull the wick back. Maybe I'll wait a minute, Coffee. Not touching the wick yet. But you're right. If I pulled that wick back a little bit, it would probably work better. So I've just got to get it to where it will turn that generator. Let's try it one more time. I've pulled the generator back a little bit, which isn't ideal, I would think, but may give it more surface area.
Yeah,
If not, I do have...
have.
Right. If not, I do have one more that it called a spare part.
Yeah, don't lubricate it before you do this, though.
No? Oh, look. It lit that time. I don't remember which way it spit. There you go. Oh, no. It's got to heat up. Is that the right way? Yeah, it must be. Yeah. Still don't think that that's turning that pulley quite right. Otherwise, we'd be getting LEDs down here.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what I'll do is I'll pull this end off, and then I'll try the other one. If not, I'll just start going through my house looking for rubber bands. Find the right size. Because remember, that's why I tested it first.
Yeah.
To make sure that the generator did actually work. I got to very carefully pull this.
And watch your arm.
I'm not touching anything. What I need for the holidays is a tattoo. All right, so this one feels a bit loose. Let's see how it compares to the other one. Whatever. All right, put this one on here. Maybe it's a little tighter. It wouldn't have to be much tighter, I would think. Oh, I feel the heat coming off of there. If I get too close to it, it's starting to let me know. Pull the wick back a scooch. Oh boy. Actually, I'm wondering if a tweezer would actually make this more difficult. Hey, new subscriber Jake Johnson.
Yay.
Thank you very much for joining. Is Jake actually in this, or maybe he's just watching a video elsewhere?
I don't know.
No telling. In one direction, the diode probably will not light.
Yeah, what we're hoping is that it's an AC generator, so it'll light every half revolution.
All right. If not, then I just need to see if it'll... does the motor run in both directions? I don't feel like it does when I start to... I don't feel like it runs in both directions.
Yeah.
I'm back the wick up. Off. Yeah, okay.
And then set it on fire again.
And then set it on fire again. Beauty. Again, silicone matte for a reason. If people are wondering.
Okay. Welcome to our ANET A8 3D printer stream.
If you're confused, apparently so are we. Doesn't need much of a wick. Still pretty good. I think I was going the other way last time. Let's go this way.
Yeah, top toward the flame is where you were going previously.
Top towards? This is the way I was going previously?
Yeah.
All right, so we go this way this time, if it will.
If it will.
I think is it timed to go in one particular direction rather than the other? I mean, this feels like it doesn't want to turn in that direction. Yeah, I don't think it does, because that way goes just straight away. But I'm still not generating. All right, electrical engineers, what's going on? Am I turning? Let's find. Can I find out if I'm turning? I am turning the generator. I can feel the friction against the back of this match head.
Well, I have an idea for an experiment for you.
Go for it.
Unclip the generator and hold it over the flywheel so that you've got the generator on the other side of the belt.
Okay. So
And
like over here?
Yeah, and then it'll be spinning it the other direction.
Okay. All right.
Because that's going about as fast as it's going to go, it looks like.
Yeah. Well, you know, and I was able to hand spin it earlier and it worked fine, so
Right.
it shouldn't require that much. Cross the red belt. I guess you could do that too.
Drop it, it'll spin, it'll flip the direction as well. Try that first.
Gonna try that first. Woohoo! Woohoo!
Bit warm?
That's a bit warm in that area.
What we're hoping, I guess, is that the belt doesn't rub against itself so much that it doesn't spin.
Right. Yeah, I don't like it, but okay. Actually, that belt has a fair amount of friction on it, so if this does work, I don't want it to work for long.
Okay, set it on fire again.
Okay. I'm all high techie with my matches here. Almost. As we can see how high-tech matches work. No, Chris, don't go get the blowtorch or don't get the...
Get your Amazon Fire Stick.
Not what you think it is, Brian. Might be creating too much friction.
Yeah.
Moby1, if you're in the chat, thanks for joining. It wants to turn. I think we're getting too much friction on it.
Yeah.
Definitely doesn't go the other direction. I don't know how to get it to turn the other direction. Is that a mechanical thing I would have to change?
I would think that if you were to offset one of the two sides where you got the set screws, you can make it spin the other way.
Yeah.
So if you changed one of them 180 degrees, it might spin the other direction.
I think it's time to experiment with this generator for a second. Because I was able to spin it at the beginning of the stream.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's changed. So here's the generator.
Mm-hmm.
Look. Generator's still working. Okay, so I can spin it this way and it lights up.
Yeah. What about the other way?
Turn it over. I'm gonna change my direction here. So this way, and then this way. Yes, it lights up in both directions.
So it's just not going fast enough.
Yeah, but you're telling me I'm generating more speed than that
In a
motor
very
is?
brief instant, yes.
Interesting.
Well, you know what? Try letting the machine spin it. Right? You can try it like that, or you can put it on the other side of the belt, and it'll spin in the opposite direction that it's been spinning. Yeah, do that. Set it on fire.
Oh, sure. What could possibly go wrong?
Well, I mean, just a small burn. But
you know what? Danger. I need more danger on this channel. It's what.
Chris, Danger Kersey.
Exactly.
Danger is my middle name.
Boop. I have to admit, the alcohol burns well. So.
Yes.
My first time burning alcohol. I haven't made Molotov cocktails before, so.
No, other way. There you go.
I'm varying the amount of tension I'm putting on the motor, which definitely slows it down.
Yeah.
But none of this is making the LED light up. Kind of annoying.
Maybe we need more fire.
Maybe. I mean,
that looks like it's dangerously close to burning you, though.
It's optical illusion. It's nowhere near me. I'm here. Oh no, I lost it. That's speed. That's really weird. There's nothing wrong with the generator. I just can't get it to go. What do we got? I see the chat flying by. What's going on in the chat?
Oh, well, we've got suggestions to turn it upside down to make it go the other way. We've tried that.
Get some logs.
Saying, blowtorch. Someone's saying get some logs.
You know, I'm kind of at a loss here. I'm going to have to read the instructions or something. But yeah, I can't get it to spin fast enough.
Hello, Hybotics.
I get it to spin slow enough. Yep. I don't know. From an engine perspective, it's doing very well.
Yes.
From a generator perspective,
generator,
I don't have a lot of theories. I mean, it's spinning. I mean, I mean, technically, it's geared down here.
Yeah. Well, it'll be spinning faster at the generator end than it will be at the flywheel end.
So we need a bigger flywheel on the generator?
You could try that, or you could maybe get into Fusion 360 real quick and design a gear set and print it out. And
I like it.
use belt drive to get to the gear train, and then the gear train can provide the speed increase necessary for the generator.
Pull the wick back a little bit more. So the flame hits the end of, hold on, flame hit the heater at the end of the flame. I can't push it back much more. All right. All right. I don't know if there's any like moving it towards the tip of this that will make it burn faster. Let me see if there's anything in the instructions that I am missing out on.
JDC says you need a flux capacitor.
I don't think time travel is going to help unless in the future I figure this out.
You can go back in time and ask your representative what to do if the generator doesn't light.
By the way, don't touch the main cylinder. It says so right here. I know there were some videos on here. Let me see. But one of the videos I watched showed how to assemble it, but they never actually lit it on fire. Which I just thought was fantastic. Not actually show how it works. All right, so that's the video that doesn't show anything. Let's see this one. Do they actually get it running? They're pointing at that a lot. Here, let me show you what I'm looking at. So there they get it going. Is there spinning away?
That's what it looked like when they were trying to get it started. So is your air tight? Oh, look at that.
What was that?
They were showing when you were pushing on one of the pistons, it was causing the other to move.
Or they're saying to lubricate it.
Use your PTFE oil.
Okay. You know, this is all fascinating given the fact that it is actually running. It just may not be running fast enough.
Yeah. Did you see what they did there? When they pulled on that one, it causes the other one to move.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we can give that a shot. And then they say to lubricate it by just putting some on that shaft and inside that hole.
Yeah, to help seal it, I suppose.
That would help. All right.
Do it.
Let's keep it from burning me. I'm going to pull these off. We'll see what its air tightness looks like. Did I get that off? Not yet. Okay. There's one. I will have to say, I'm happy that it actually cranked the first time. That makes me happy.
Yes.
So, they're showing that if you move one, the other one moves. Yeah, look at there.
Yeah.
I mean, I can feel the pressure in here when I pull this. Haha. Probably not the best thing. And that's hot, by the way.
Well, put a little bit of lube on it.
Might as well, right? Helps if you open the container. Just realized you're not looking down on this anymore, so.
No, I'm giving it some respect.
All right, so there, I'm just brushing on the outside. That should provide a better speed, and it should provide, like you said, a little bit of an air seal. Oh yeah, that may be. Yeah, I feel the pressure when I push on that.
That may be what it needs.
Maybe. Good use of this brush, though, because it allows really easy lubrication of these parts. Okay. And then, all right, that side does not move this side, but this side should move that side, which it does very well. And I feel the pressure here. You can feel there's a bit of a spring on it.
Yeah.
All right.
Look it all back up and set it on fire again.
Let's set it on fire. Burn, burn, yeah. From all the people from our generation that watch too much MTV.
Yes.
My kid's favorite voice when I go around acting like Cornholio. Let's see how many people in the chat were alive when that show was out.
Stop making me feel old.
Exactly. All you whippersnappers. I was tempted to actually pull the rubber band off just so I could see it go full speed. And if I can't get the engine, or excuse me, if I can't get the generator to actually load this time, I'm probably going to do that just to watch it go. I'm going to make sure I'm leaving that gap they wanted so that I'm not rubbing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Got to keep it level so that it doesn't. Okay. That's about as good as it's going. So we've given it every opportunity here unless there's something mechanically wrong. But as we've shown, it actually, the generator works in both directions. It lights up no matter which way I spin it. So there we go. And that's actually, this rubber band is a little bit better than the last one in terms of making it just a little bit more taut.
Okay.
All right.
So you added the new rubber band and taught it a lesson.
There you go. All right. Give it a second to heat up properly. Do-do-do-do-do. Make sure these aren't too loose. Come on.
Almost.
Wow. Made it worse. Is the generator pulling on it too much all of a sudden?
I don't know.
Definitely not spinning faster.
Give it a minute.
What will I feel like I'd burn this thing up if I went and got a torch.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
No, I wouldn't do that either. Still no blue.
It's about to stop.
Did I get it too far away from the flame? That shouldn't be the case. It's running well. It's just not running the generator. Hold on, am I getting a little blue? Or am I just wishing with my eyes?
I don't know.
Neither. Let me do something real quick. I want to see it go without the generator attached. Seems a fair test.
Yes.
Let's just get it out of there completely so that I don't have to worry about it. And then I will have to learn and see if I'm still doing something wrong. Maybe Stirlingkit will be able to watch this later and tell me what I did wrong.
You know what you might be able to do?
Go for it.
Move the other piston's arm to the middle hole if it'll fit.
It's too big, I believe.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean, it's a bigger hole. It'd be great if they actually included a little bit if those were just for design. Yeah, that's definitely too big. Can it go to the front one? Even the front one's bigger than the back one.
Okay.
I think it's designed for the back holes. I think that must be a design element or something.
Okay.
I don't want it to be loose. I would think mechanically that's a good idea. Wasting a bit of energy there, bouncing around the hole. All right. All right, let's just run it.
Set it on fire and start it up again.
Yep. I mean, I've got like a kitchen torch, sure. I've got a garage torch, but come on. But I'd rather keep fighting with matches.
Poof.
I like the smell of the matches. One minute, gotta get hot. It's still heating up. I don't believe that our lubrication helped.
Maybe not.
But they said to lubricate it. It was right there in the video.
Yes.
Do that or we're not burning as hot right now. I think we may be running low on fuel.
Yeah, that flame doesn't look as big as it was. Still on there.
It's still on. Let me grab something real quick. This is where I'm supposed to use.
Yeah, use the little filling thing.
Okay.
Spill some alcohol.
All over the table.
And then.
Excellent. Yeah, because. Really?
Print a funnel.
It's like this is a 3D printing channel or some crap. I got nothing better to do than to print funnels.
It would be a vase mode print.
Be super fast. See what I'm doing? I'm just going to drip this all over the counter. That's way better than using a funnel. Much better. Try Jack Daniels. Maybe that's what it needs.
Well.
Maybe I'm using the wrong kind of, or maybe that's what I need.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's for the host.
Oh. Yeah, because the biggest problem with Jack Daniels with something like this is the alcohol content is not quite high enough. Now, if I get some like Everclear, That might burn.
Yeah. Bacardi 151 will burn.
And you know what? I bet you that has a fantastic fragrance.
It's just rum.
Yeah, I'm in it. It's probably got this great sweet smell to it. It better fit in that hole.
Oh, you're over full.
Am I leaking?
Yeah. Look like it.
No, it's just not going in the hole, stupid piece of crap. Okay.
All right, just set it on fire.
Just set it on fire. You know what's great is that this is my garage and not yours, Brian.
Exactly.
Exactly. If it was your garage...
David Wilson says use some gasoline for a real fire.
I got lighter fluid. I actually do have gasoline. Don't have a need for it anymore. I've switched all over to electric yard tools, and so... Okay. Excuse me for cleaning up and not just lighting my table on fire.
It's a silicone pad. It'll be fine.
Okay. Let's do it.
Please try again.
Yeah, it was almost out of fuel, by the way.
Yeah.
So we were definitely running low on energy. I wonder how much the black coating actually hinders its performance.
I don't think it would hinder it.
Black layer of carbon. Almost. And I have evening sun coming through the window. Yeah, oh my God, you can see it. How annoying. We're starting to go.
Sounds like a Model T.
I know, I do love it. I mean, I have to admit, even though the generator is not working for me, which I do plan on... Let's see, that's what I was saying. Even though the generator is not working as expected, which still, guys, the generator is good. We're just not spinning it fast enough. I'm going to figure this out. But I do love it for what it is. It's a fantastic generator. I mean, a fantastic engine. For, you know, an hour build, if I wasn't doing it live, it would be a fun afternoon.
Yeah.
I would like to see some of the multi-cylinder ones going.
You know what I think would be kind of cool?
What's that?
Now that you've got a coating of black on there,
yeah.
If you get like a big square Fresnel lens and take it out in some bright sunlight and focus the sunlight onto that black patch and see if you can convert this to solar.
There you go. We already did lubricant.
Yep.
We already did lubricant. It is well lubricated. We even actually tested to make sure it had a good seal, and it had a good seal.
Well, Bob Euler says that the carbon can act as an insulator, so...
That's what I thought.
I guess clean that up.
I think what we're going to do now is switch over to the Tesla Coil.
There you go.
And try it out. It should be a lot easier. All right. Well, I'm happy with it. Like I said, I'll spend a little time and fit out how to get it spinning faster, see if there's any other tips I can get. And I'm sure that a Stirlingkit will be in contact with me about what they recommend. And then I can post it. And then it'll be on social medias. It'll be on TikTok or Twitter, or maybe I'll even post it to the channel if I can do a little video on it.
Do a short in, you know, Tallways mode.
Exactly. I'm learning. I actually have a gimbal for my phone that will actually do portrait mode, so I've been playing with it.
Okay.
All right, guys. So there it is. And you can see the evening sun lighting up my table here. Because I haven't put... I never film this time of day. All right, let's go. We'll let it spin down. Love it. Love it. Again, I've never done anything like that. This is new for me, and I have to say I thoroughly enjoyed it. That was a fun build.
That was neat.
So let me go ahead and I will.
JG is heading out.
Hey, JG.
JG.
Drop off now. Thanks, really. Good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thanks, JG. Have a good one. Let's go ahead and I'm going to put up all my spare parts, even the broken little gasket. And a little extra PTFE bits. I didn't happen to lose any, shockingly enough. And we are going to do some fun with electricity next.
Yay!
Since the electricity was not fun. This one. But there we go. That was cool. I'll put him out front. Let's take a look at the Tesla coil, and you guys can make fun of the light coming through, because it's going to bother me. But there we go. So here we go. The 10 centimeter Tesla coil. So there we go. There's the 10 centimeter Tesla coil. It is the Bluetooth edition. I did notice on the website that they had the Bluetooth and non-Bluetooth versions.
Okay.
And so there you go. There's the large Tesla coil. They made it flat in here. I'm assuming just because it looks cooler that way.
You can hang that up on the wall as a gold record.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. So.
And in chat, Ken was asking about the Stirling engine.
What about it? That was pretty cool, though. I came in at the end. Was that supposed to be outside of steam power? That was not steam power. That was just demonstrating the hot side and cold side of an engine. And as it cools down, it creates a differential.
It's like a lesson in politics. It was a demonstration of the ability of hot air to get things done.
Say shortening up the drive link to the generator end should make it spin faster, but adding the line definitely slowed it down. Yep. Lube. I did lube. Okay. Anyway, one other thing this one comes with, I noticed it has this little accessory box.
It's got some little neon bulbs in it.
Yeah, so they want you to be able to play with the electricity. So there's actually apparently like 4 different bulbs that you can play with. And that's it for that.
Here, hold these next to the high voltage electricity.
This is what they're saying. This is perfectly safe.
It's got a massive heatsink on the bottom, doesn't it?
Does it? The whole bottom is a heatsink. And again, the silicone mat coming in handy. So here's the front of it. Notice you can put it into just apparently lightning mode.
Yes. And
just music mode. Or maybe you can just have it act as a speaker, but not, create arcs. And then you have a power, like how much power do you want it to output? And I guess this is probably helping with the frequency response.
Yeah.
So some knobs to play with, that's what I'm seeing. And we're going to see if we can light the Stirling engine with it, because that would also be different. All right, and it also came with, depending on what country you're in, it does come with a power brick. They did include a US plug for me. So let me get this plugged in. This looks ominous. Well, we went from fire to high voltage. So it's
no
just
good can come of this.
It's just that kind of stream today, which, like I said, what this channel needed was more danger.
We should have done this first, because I want to see if once that coil is shooting sparks, if that would ignite one of your matches.
Whew. No, the problem is you couldn't get it to arc to a match.
No, you hold it right up in there.
It's not going to arc to wood. Wood's an insulator.
As long as there's sparks happening.
All right, so let's plug it in. All right, we are plugged in. I'm curious to know what this does to my microphone. This could be
I'm wondering what kind of interference we're going to get.
There's not a power button.
No, but it's got blinky lights inside.
I'm not doing that while I'm hooking up the actual emitter tower.
Why not?
Oh, come on.
What could possibly go wrong?
Nothing. It's obviously a consumer good from a reputable overseas company, and I'm sure it's perfectly safe. What could go wrong?
He said, screwing in the ominously sharp needle into the top of it.
There we go. Boom. I don't have a dog. JDCAMC says, bring in the dog. If I had one, I don't think you'd want to be here.
You know what you need? You
Whoa.
need the little pink
Ooh.
message, the phone message pad, the little while you were out messages to stick on there.
Do you hear it?
No?
If you're hearing random sparks, it's that.
Oh, there we go.
Holy crap.
Nice. Reach up and touch it. Tell me what it feels like.
I will in a minute. I honestly will. I wish the power is not really long enough. I'm having to play with where I'm putting this stupid power brick. Okay. All right. What we're going to do actually is I'm going to cut the lights. I'm going to still have the, let's just do this. Okay, Google, turn off the garage lights. There we go. That is loud.
That's pretty cool.
I smell that. That has a fantastic...
Got the ozone smell?
Yeah, that great ozone smell. So I'm not feeling anything, just in case you were wondering. I don't feel this at all. Those are like... I'm not even at half power. I'm having to speak up here because it's loud here. It's really loud.
What does the frequency knob do for us?
That's fine. I'm guessing it speeds it up. There we go.
You should be able to get a tone out of it.
Is it killing my audio?
No, I'm hearing a pop, pop, pop,
Okay,
pop,
okay.
pop, pop.
So that's a quarter power.
That's leaping pretty far out. Sounds about like the Stirling engine.
Oh, nice. You know what? This is going on TikTok. I'm just saying. I feel that.
You're going to have a caption that says, "This looks perfectly safe. What could possibly go wrong?"
I feel that. That is something you could definitely feel. And that's at a quarter power.
Shocking.
Take off my shoes. I'm actually sitting on a rubber mat on a chair. I'm definitely not grounded. There's that. There's a green one. What could possibly go wrong? I haven't even tried the Bluetooth part of this. This is just the...
You know, I saw the price on the website. This is about $10 more than the Stirling engine. Maybe $15 more, but
I think you're getting your money's worth on this one. What do you think?
I think so.
I make it very quiet.
Yes.
This is too much fun. Okay, okay.
Perfectly safe.
I'm about to...
Nothing to fear.
Look at that arc. I'm afraid it's going to hit the camera here in a minute. Yeah, you're talking about it sounding like the engine.
Yeah.
It definitely has that. That's full power. That's the full frequency. Wow. Okay. Let's see about Bluetoothing this thing.
Yes, let's.
Is my phone turning on because of this? What's going on? Okay, so I'm trying to decide, do I want to show people my phone screen? I'm not sure. Move this back a little bit. Don't want it to arc into my cell phone. So it does have the music switch. I'm going to assume I want to switch to music mode.
Probably.
Now my ears are thanking me. So I'm going to go into Bluetooth. Let's see, we're going to pair new device. Tesla Coil 10, that might be it. No, I don't think I need to allow it to access my contacts. Okay. Steven wants to touch it. That's the first time I've ever had anyone say that in a chat. So...
You've been doing the wrong kind of streams.
So let's bring this back over here. I love that. See, now I'm loving the light. See, that's mood
It's very
lighting,
artistic looking.
isn't it? All right, so let's go ahead. I'm going to bring up YouTube Music and just throw caution to the wind in terms of, you know.
You are 100% licensed to use the YouTube Music.
There you go. This isn't that kind of YouTube Music. This is like YouTube Music, the app.
Oh.
Okay. See who can guess the song. Well, once I can guess the song.
I don't think this part's working very well.
I can hear it.
It sounds like ghosts are trying to communicate with us. Bob Whaler says, that song is static like a spark.
Ow! Holy crap! Hey, Jonathan got it.
Okay. Hey, get one of the matches.
That's full power, and it is just...
Seriously, try one. I want to see if one of those matches will ignite.
What's that?
I want to see if one of those matches will ignite.
That's a no.
Well, heck.
There it is.
Yeah, now I can hear it for what it is.
Oh, there we go. So I turned the frequency all the way up. No one's copywriting this one.
I don't think the algorithm is going to find it.
Ooh. All right, I'm going to save everyone a step real quick. I'm going to try one more thing. And this was from a movie that had a giant Tesla coil, in it. And my wife suggested this one. So we're going to try this and see if it works any better. Whoa!
Yeah, and what was that?
It's actually melting the, this is just a twist tie, and you can actually turn it up so high that it'll melt the insulation off the twist tie.
We're starting to get some interference from that.
Okay, I'm starting to doubt the usefulness as a speaker. I'm trying to figure out, like, the first idea I had for it was to use like a MIDI file.
That's what I would do. Something that only has like one audio channel for an instrument.
Yeah, let's see. New extruder tech. Yeah, you came in at the right time if that's what you were looking for. Let me see real quick. I wanna play with it a minute and see if we can figure out, because right now it is definitely dangerous if you turn up the power too much. This is not a children's toy. If the lightning didn't give that away. This is not for children. This is definitely an adult toy. Not that kind. But as you can see, it is fun for things like this. But again, keep the power low. It's funny, you can't actually see that that's orange because of the lighting here. There we go. Woo! This is a special one. See it lighting up green, you're losing the arc because of the light coming through the window. You can see it. What could possibly go wrong? Aha! That's what could go wrong. Ha 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 ha! Oh, it's burning! It's burning! It's on fire! It's in fuego! Woo! Okay, so I took a insulated piece of wire. I touched this, and it just burns that insulation. And then if you lay it across the coil, you really are asking for it. And so that was fun. Woo! Yes! You know, this, I tell you what, my little corner, I just noticed my corner video down there where it shows the wide shot. This is the mood lighting I've been going for on this channel from day one.
Hey, Chris, does your phone have wireless charging?
No, it does not. Thank goodness.
You saw where I was going with that.
You people, you can't get it to arc. I'm trying to, don't hold my phone while I do this. There we go. You can see that. I mean, as long as you keep the power down, it's relatively, it doesn't hurt. But the second you turn up that power, I mean, you can even turn up the frequency and it doesn't really hurt.
As long as you have it turned down low, the cancer isn't that bad.
Right. You can see that. I mean, and then these are fun. That's the orange one, which again, you can't see because of the lighting. There we go. You can see the orange. You can see the green. All right. So let's try audio. I was going to try a MIDI sound. Yeah, because
if you got suggestions to play something 8-bit, so.
Ooh, 8-bit's fantastic. You know,
Yeah.
One of the things I was just thinking too was that if you see them do the Tesla coils like in person, they're usually hooked up to a MIDI piano, and they will play it through a MIDI piano. Let's see. Does this work? This is through a piano. I don't know if it's going to generate the right frequencies or not. Okay, let's find something 8-bit, as suggested. Everyone's favorite 8-bit music. I'm just waiting for something else to explode here. 8-bit Megalovania. Let's do that. Megalovania. I know my son can say that better than me. Oh, heck yeah!
There you go.
That's much better.
Once the music got more complex.
So if you keep it simple, how's that come through on the microphone?
It's okay.
That's about how it is in person, so it must be coming through all right. I'm not even close to this, and it lights up. This is quite a bit away from it. So it tells you how much voltage it's putting out right now. It's not even having to arc to it to get that power.
Stephen Poole says hello.
I just had a request. Now we're doing the...
Yeah, now you're DJing. You need to switch over to Twitch now.
Yeah, right? Maybe I'm going to just do a whole Twitch stream where I'm playing requests on the Tesla Coil. Amon Amarth. I'm not familiar with that? What is that?
If only your phone had a search function that you
I'm
could...
doing the searching. I was hoping someone would just know. Let's see. A-bit, Amon, Amarth. That's it.
Seems a bit staticky.
It's about the same. I hear a beat. That's about all.
Yeah.
And you don't know how much I don't want to get my finger near this with the power turned all the way up. I will tell people that ahead of time. So, unfortunately, not as good as you would think. Maybe we got some... Can we do, like, Mario Brothers or something?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Or Zelda? Zelda's my favorite. Let's try Zelda first. Dan is loving it, which that, if I can provide entertainment for Dan, I've actually achieved my goal for the weekend. I've got Zelda up here. Let's try it.
I'm going to second the request for Mario Brothers. Because it's less on chords and more on single notes.
This is one of those things that would be fun to spend a bit of time with so that you could kind of find out the best cases for it, the best use cases.
Yeah, and then build a playlist specifically for it. Yes. That is on par with all of the other demonstrations of like the large Tesla coils that I've seen that are playing the song.
Can you see it? It arcs on my fingers. It turns purple near my finger. See that?
You see that?
Ow! This is by far the best use case for this.
Yeah.
Look at that. You have to keep the music simple, and it does a good job. Now we have a light show. Yeah, if YouTube wants to pick this one up for the copyright infringement, they can go for it. Because this is my own mix of this song. If it wasn't for my specialized speaker, this wouldn't exist. I'm smelling skin, I think.
Yeah. If it smells like chicken, you're holding it wrong.
Right? This is great, guys. I appreciate it. This has been fun. I don't know what other... I don't think we can top this one.
Nope. This is the one to close it out on.
All right, I'm going to turn it down a little bit, and we're going to play. We're going to let it play us out a little bit. I love it. This is fantastic.
Hello, Ben E. Brady.
Hey, Ben. Good to see you. All right, so what have we learned here today? I'm going to let you start it. What have we learned today?
Well, we learned about using hot air to spin a flywheel and make a Stirling engine move, but we also learned that it didn't move quite fast enough to generate electricity to light the LEDs.
Yes. Yes, we did. Unfortunately, we're going to replay this, okay, because it's going great. Yeah, so I was happy with the engine overall. I thought the assembly was really good. There was only one part that was very difficult to assemble, and that was just getting that seal on that heat chamber sealed up properly. I think we did it because, again, everything is really tight in here. If I try to move this by hand, I can really feel that there's a good air seal on both.
It's doing its thing.
Yeah. So it's just about getting it to spin faster. I don't know if there's something mechanically slightly off with it, or or if there's just too much tension on that rubber band. We'll have to figure it out.
Yeah.
But I was happy with it, And if you're unsure about the generator part, they do have multiple models, plenty of them with more heat chambers. They have a multiple cylinder version, and they have it, of course, without the generator. So I was happy with it. It was a fun build. I recommend it. And like I said, buy a bunch of them for your classroom. Have everyone in your class build one. Be sure to use the link in the description. And then part 2, what did we learn from this guy?
Well, we learned don't hold a twisty tie too close to it.
Like this one?
Yeah.
Ow. Yeah, don't do that. Insulated wires, not good next to a Tesla coil. Ow, see? And it's on low power, and it's still ow. But this
simple music plays best.
8-bit music that is simple absolutely plays better than the complex music. Even locally, I don't know what you guys could hear through the microphone, but even locally, the more complicated the music, the more it was just incomprehensible.
Yeah, it can only hit one note at a time. So when you throw something more complicated at it, it doesn't do well.
It would be fun. I was just thinking, it would be a lot of fun if you had one of those like piano apps on your phone. And
yes.
You could get it to do like a synthesizer mode, so you had the right frequencies.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Because then you could actually play your Tesla coil like they do at the shows. So, I would recommend that. That would be fun. But this is definitely, both of these toys are for adults. Definitely recommend supervision with both of them. This one, when you turn it up, can definitely give you a shock. I wouldn't use it if you have a pacemaker. Probably not good.
Wow, that's loud, dude.
Sorry. But they're both a lot of fun, and I thought this was an interesting one for them to send over to me because it's not a kit, it's just a plug-and-play toy.
Just take it out of the box, attach the gigantic sharp needle, and start generating high voltage.
If Tom Llama is looking for me, I'm in the dark down here in the corner. Do like, okay, Google, turn on rear track lighting. I don't care if you understand.
Just do it.
Just listen to me and do what I'm saying. But this one was, like I said, it was a lot of fun. Let's see, we've got. Oh, you know what? It doesn't know anything. There we go. Look at that. That didn't do anything. Well, whatever. So I appreciate. Hey, Brian, I want to thank you for coming and sitting in with me. This was a lot of fun.
Thanks for having me, because this was pretty fun.
It was something different, and that's why I agreed to it when I talked to Stirlingkit, was because this was something fun for the channel. I thought makers would really enjoy it because it is something that's different than just 3D printing. So
yeah.
This will probably be my last kit from them for a while. We'll bring this out too. I have done one of their model kits, which you can see right there. And I have done
let the sparks jump over to it.
Yeah, right? Let's do that. No, it's not going to go that far.
If you touch it.
It has an LED in it. Oh, wow. Look at that. It will completely engulf the globe on top there. All right, we're just playing now.
Yes.
But anyway, I think we had a good time. I enjoyed this. And I do like their products. They've got some cool things that are definitely different than what you typically, get for Christmas. So if you think someone in your life would enjoy something like this, check out the links in the description. They do have a lot more products on their website. So, okay, Google, turn on the garage lights. Boom. And there we go.
Yay!
Yay! So, everyone, thanks for joining. If you've been in the chat for the whole stream, if you showed up for part of the stream, I really appreciate it. These are just fun for me to do, fun for Brian to do. It's just fun to hang out and play with these kits. And so, again, Brian, thank you very much. Everyone check out the BV3D channel. Brian posts more than I do and has fantastic content both on 3D printing, and I know you've done some electronics kits in the past.
Mm-hmm.
So what you got coming up, Brian?
Well, it's kind of the end of the year, so it's all printer reviews.
Oh, tell me. Yeah. So if you're unfamiliar with the process, once November starts to roll around, all of a sudden every 3D printer manufacturer in the world says, we really need a review of our printer in the next 2 months, if you could do that. So both of us are feeling that same thing. I can't even tell you the number of printers I turned down for the past 2 months.
Yeah. I put a couple of them off, and it's like, I have too many. They're still in boxes. Maybe hit me up in January and we can talk.
Yeah.
So
same thing here. Same thing here. There we go. We said there's Google. So again, everyone, thanks for joining us today. I am going to sign off. I'm Chris.
And I am Brian.
And this has been Kersey Fabrications, and thanks everybody for joining us.